Hello, welcome to my EcoBUZZ. I'm Jessica Gregory. This week we are headed out to the woods again, but this time we are going to look for one of our feathered friends that we can find in the wintertime. But before I tell you what that is, I want to show you something that it left behind. So right here on this tree is what I am looking at, and maybe you can see it too. These little holes that have been drilled into the tree. Now, it's not the holes themselves that are so special as the pattern that they're in, because as you can see, the holes are drilled more or less in a line across the tree trunk. And if I look up, there's another set of holes in a little line here, and another one there. So the type of bird, because that's what we're looking for, that left these holes is a type of woodpecker, because we know that woodpeckers drill into trees in search of insects most of the time. But this particular woodpecker is looking for something else besides those insects. The feathered friend in question here is a yellow-bellied sapsucker. This is maybe one of the more unfamiliar types of woodpeckers in Michigan, but just like their name suggests, they are looking for sap from the trees in addition to insects that might get caught in the holes as well. Now, these holes are old. These weren't left recently, but it's still evidence that a yellow-bellied sapsucker was here at one point in time. And so what it did was it would have drilled these holes, left them for a little while to let the sap run down into the holes, and then it would have come back to lap up any of that sap in the holes there. And then of course, again, insects that get stuck in the holes it would be able to eat as well. Now, I'll post a picture on the My EcoBUZZ Facebook page of what a yellow-bellied sapsucker looks like. But they're not a very large woodpecker. If you're familiar with the downy woodpecker, they're about the same size to maybe a little bit bigger than the downy. The difference is that the males have a red patch on the top of their head and a red throat, and then some yellow coloring on their chest area. So really colorful little woodpecker, and really cool history too, because actually it's thought that the yellow-bellied sapsucker is one of the reasons that the Native Americans learned to tap maple trees for the sap, which they would then boil and get the sugar in order to trade with the American settlers. So pretty cool. That little bird has been around for a long time, and something fun to look for because its holes are different from the other woodpecker holes that you would see in the woods. So next time you're on your walk, go ahead, take a look, see if you can find any woodpecker holes in general, or specifically holes from the yellow-bellied sapsucker. All right, thanks for joining me this week. We'll see you next time. Happy naturing.